Alright, welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today we're going to be working on this truck right here. This is my 94 Ford F150. And anyway, we got to replace the door bushings and the window regulator and the handle, and I think the crank lever too. But anyway, before we go ahead and get into that, I usually do a little thing before I start my video now. So today is about the whole chapter of Acts. I just got done with it, and here's my thoughts on it. Acts, to me, what I noticed a lot was Paul going around and sharing the gospel, which, I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. Well, it also shows exactly how many trials and troubles that he went through doing what he had to do. And it seemed like every place he went to, except for maybe one or two, they did not like Paul, and continued to not like Paul, to the point to where he was arrested and put on a ship, and was supposed to go up to the governor of Rome, and only had trouble going up there, even on the boat, up until they crashed and went on the island. And then they got on another boat, finally made it. But anyway, I guess the point of today, or this morning, is when we choose to come to Christ and start working for the Lord and trying to share, there's going to be people who don't like you, and things of that nature. Just don't let it get to you. That's all I can say. If they space themselves out, or they don't want you around anymore, well, wish them well and pray for them. And anyway, that's pretty much all I got. If y'all have any questions, or if y'all have something else to say about it, let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts. So anyway, let's go ahead and get off into this video, and we'll get started. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're working on this thing. We got to replace the door hinges and the window regulator and the handle on the door. So we're going to start at the hinges and work our way inside. So I replaced these, not the hinges, but the bushings and the pins before. But this time, it wasn't even that long ago. I don't think it, maybe a year. But what happened is, I think I used the wrong bushings, and they are all the way worn out. So, or I don't know, this sucker shouldn't be doing that. There's a lot of play in that door. So I got to take it back apart, and while that's happening, apparently every single car in known existence is going to pass and talk over me. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Something you're going to want to do, you want a jack stand, or like a 3-ton jack, just to kind of hold the door. It'll help out a bunch. Just get it as close as you can. That way, whenever you take the pin out, it's got something to rest on. So there's a, what is it? One of these like little clips right here. I think it's called a C-clip. And it's right under here, and it holds in that pin right there. So you got to push it off with this. So what you do now is kind of just lift up on the door, just a hair, kind of get it out like that. And now your jack stand will hold your door in place. Keep the bottom pin in. So I kind of missed it on this one, but what I did is I kept the bottom pin in, which is probably not the best way to do it because it bends your hinges. But you got to bend your door, and use this if you want, but you got to bend your door all the way out so you can get this bushing out and that bushing out, which is right under here. Way less movement What I got to do now is the bottom one, and I'm going to try to show you this one. I also went ahead and got a jack instead of a jack stand. Alright, now I gotta kind of move the door out. Alright, I found the sweet spot. I got a jack and a jack stand. A jack on this side and the jack stand at the end of the door on that side. And I found the sweet spot. Make sure you keep your hand on this door at all times so it doesn't fall off, because you got electrical connections right here. You want to make sure you get the right size. One with almost no movement. That one has movement on it. So that one's not going to work. This one has barely any movement on it. Has movement, but not a lot. So I believe that that's the one we want. So set that one in there. And we're going to have to find one more for up here. A bushing, there it is. I got that out. I mean, not out. I got the C-clips in. Look at that. Now it doesn't move. See, there's no work like double work. I keep saying that. If you got to do it the second time, make sure you do it right. That way you don't have to do it a third time. Usually the third time you have to do something, you really don't want to do it. Now to get this panel off, on a regular door, you'd have clips that go all the way around here. You know, ones that you can get out with like a pry tool. This one doesn't. So on my door, this is not even connected, which is one of the reasons why I'm changing that. I need a Torx bit to get this screw out. You should be able to just lift up on it. But if you have clips, once you get that screw out, your handle off, and that screw over there out, you're going to want to go around with one of those pry tools and pry on the side and on the bottom and over here on that side until all the clips come out of the hole. Then you just pull up and out, getting that out and coming out from under that and coming out through your handle too. It's hard, or it's not really hard, it's just one of those finicky things you got to do. So I believe what I'm going to start with is my door handle right here, and I'm just going to replace that with a new one. Probably lube it up, that way it's not as hard as to pull. And then I reckon after that I can start getting this window regulator out and replace it with a new one. So here we go. Literally all I'm doing here is just rebuilding my door. I believe that's an 8 for your door handle. Yeah, it is. Found these on Amazon. You can also order them at O'Reilly's. The ones that they have on the shelf are only either for the left door or the right door. So you got to be careful, and it does say it on the package, so don't buy the wrong ones on accident, you know. So it's a little bit more of a challenge to get this window regulator out. It's not a small job, but it's not a big job either. So if I scoot you back, on top of this window here, there are two screws. There's one right here, and there's one right here. You're going to take those out, and yeah, those will be the first ones you take out. And then you have this right here, you got to take that one out. And once you do that, you can pull this window out, or this side window out. Then you can get this glass out. You can slide it out like that, and then you can mess with the window regulator. So we're going to go ahead and do that. The reason I wanted to redo this is because it's been bothering me for years, or I say years, up until I stripped out the screw and tried to drill it out. Drill got sideways on me and I messed it up. Well, you can see the amount of play that is in that. So anyway, I just can't get a my handle to stick on there. So yeah, I gotta see if I can't find either some bolts or some bolts and nuts or some more rivets so we can rivet this back in. So I'm gonna go do that now. I got it in there. My body was kind of taking up the entire place, so I didn't record. But as you can see, I used bolts and nuts, and some that were like just long enough. You know, I don't have that much sticking out, so the door won't hit it, or the door panel won't hit it. I don't know what size they are, otherwise I'd tell you, but they're a on the back side, on the bolt part, it's a 10 millimeter, and on the nut part it's a 13 millimeter. So I don't know if that'll help or not, but they fit just right, pretty much. Like specifically, I had to like turn it in there with the ratchet, that way they'd go all the way down on this deal, so they'd actually sit in the hole. So I reckon now I can just go ahead and start putting the door back together. So I thank y'all for watching. That'll be it for this video. You can see how softly it closes now. And it's all the way closed. It's not like it's open. Those door pins really help. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and clean up. It's about to start to rain, so I'll see y'all in the next one. Probably be working on that truck, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Talk to y'all later. God bless all y'all. Thank you.